Imagine you're running a pig butchering operation that extracts $12.4 billion a year from victims across 50 countries. You need to build fake romance relationships, deploy AI deepfake technology, and coordinate hundreds of trafficking victims in prison compounds, all without getting caught. Here's exactly how you do it. Your operation just extracted $348,000 from a 66-year-old man in San Jose. He thought he was talking to Aunt Amelia, a successful investment banker who became his friend over months of daily conversations. She introduced him to crypto investing, started small, $170,000, then convinced him to wire almost $348,000 more. He got suspicious eventually, called the police. They set up a sting and caught your money mules in a parking lot. But here's the brilliant part. Aunt Amelia never existed. The photos? Stolen from a random woman's Instagram. The investment platform? Completely fake website your team built specifically for him. By the time he figured it out, the money was already gone and impossible to trace. But that's just one target in one city. What I'm about to show you is how this operation scales across entire countries, how you deploy AI technology so advanced that victims literally cannot tell what's real, and why even a bank CEO wired you $47 million without realizing it was fake until his bank collapsed. And the human trafficking angle? The people actually messaging victims aren't willing participants. Most of them are held at gunpoint in your prison compounds in Southeast Asia. Let's start with why this method is so devastatingly effective. What is pig butchering? Why this method dominates? You call it pig butchering for a reason. 杀猪盘 in Chinese, literally killing pig game. The metaphor explains your entire strategy. The victim is the pig. You don't slaughter them immediately because that's wasteful and stupid. You'd barely extract any value. Instead, you fatten them up first, feed them trust, romance, and fake profits for months. Make them comfortable, build genuine emotional connection, wait until they're at maximum value, until they've borrowed money from parents, taken second mortgages, maxed every credit card. Then you slaughter them financially and vanish. Think about actual pig farming. You don't kill the pig the moment you acquire it. You feed it, fatten it up, make it trust you. Wait until it's massive before the slaughter. That's your exact strategy with human targets, except instead of extracting meat, you're extracting every accessible dollar. It's like Leonardo DiCaprio's character in Catch Me If You Can, but instead of impersonating pilots and cashing fake checks, you're making people fall in love with someone who doesn't exist, so they'll wire their entire retirement savings to your fake crypto platform in the Cayman Islands. This isn't some mass email Nigerian prince scam asking for $5,000. This is a months-long psychological operation designed to extract everything. And I mean everything. Their savings, retirement accounts, home equity, kids' college funds, money borrowed from parents, second mortgages, maxed credit cards, every single dollar they can possibly access. Your industry extracted $4.57 billion from Americans in 2023. That jumped to $12.4 billion globally in 2024. But here's the beautiful part from your perspective. Those are just reported cases. Most victims never report because of shame and embarrassment. Financial analysts estimate the real number is triple that, $35 to $40 billion stolen every year. Here's your basic operational framework. A stranger contacts the target. Could be a wrong number text that develops into friendly conversation. Could be Instagram message from someone attractive. Could be dating app match with someone who seems perfect because your team literally designed them to be perfect. They're attractive, successful, genuinely interested. They ask about the target's day and actually listen. Remember details from conversations weeks ago. Share struggles and dreams. Daily conversations. Days turn to weeks, weeks to months. Real trust builds organically, then casually, almost as an afterthought, like mentioning a new restaurant. They mention how well their crypto investments are performing. Not pushy, not salesy, just sharing life. Maybe show screenshots of trading account with impressive profits. They suggest the target try investing. Small amount first. Target invests $500, sees it grow to $800 in days, tries withdrawing $300 to test, and it works. Money hits their bank account within 24 hours, so they invest more, then everything. Maybe even borrow money because returns are so good it would be stupid not to maximize investment. And one day, after they've deposited life savings, home equity, and $50,000 borrowed from parents, they try to withdraw, and they can't. Platform says they need to pay fees first, or taxes, or verification deposits, but the money never comes. The person they've been talking to for 6 months, the person they genuinely fell in love with, who knew their favorite foods and asked about their sick mother and sent good morning messages daily, gone, blocked everywhere, vanished. That's pig butchering. And in 2024, it became the fastest growing, most profitable scam in history. But before targets ever get that first message, you've already selected them, and your selection process is sophisticated. The setup, how you hunt targets before they know it. You're not sending random messages hoping to get lucky. You're running targeted operations with military intelligence precision. Most of your operations begin with what looks like an innocent mistake. Target gets a text. "Hey Sarah, are we still on for golf this Saturday at Pebble Beach? I can't wait to finally beat you." They're not Sarah, never been to Pebble Beach, don't golf. So they do what polite people do. Reply, "Sorry, wrong number." Here's where your genius starts. A normal person would say, "Oops, my bad," and the conversation dies. But you don't let it die. You keep it going naturally and friendly. "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm always mixing up contacts after getting my new phone last week." What a funny coincidence though. I actually used to live in their city, which you already know from purchase data. Small world. Where are you located now? Completely harmless, right? Just friendly person being polite. So they tell you. Maybe add details because the conversation feels natural. You respond with genuine interest. Mention you work in finance or tech or real estate. Successful and legitimate. Share a photo. Always attractive. Always professional looking. Always AI generated or stolen from Instagram. Or you deploy dating app operations. They match with someone perfect for them. Great job, great life, amazing photos, genuinely interested. But there's always a convenient reason they can't meet immediately. Traveling for work in Singapore, taking care of sick parent, relocating to their city, and will definitely meet once they arrive. Here's what's actually happening behind the scenes. You've purchased massive databases containing millions of phone numbers and detailed personal information stolen in data breaches. Their phone number, full name, location, age, estimated income based on zip code, all available on dark web marketplaces for pennies per record. You're running automated systems, sending thousands of these wrong number texts daily across multiple countries and time zones. The math is beautiful. You only need 0.1% response rate to build massive victim pipeline. Send 100,000 texts, get 100 friendly responses, extract $100,000 from even one person, and you've made enormous profit after overhead. And here's the strategic part. You're not randomly messaging everyone. You specifically target people in affluent zip codes, people going through divorces or breakups you learned from Facebook posts, people nearing retirement with substantial savings. Before you ever sent that first wrong number text, you already checked their LinkedIn for job title and income level, checked Facebook for relationship status and posts suggesting loneliness or vulnerability, browsed Instagram for lifestyle, interests, whether they look like someone with money to steal. You're building comprehensive psychological profiles before contact. By the time they get that seemingly innocent text, you already know if they're worth pursuing. And here's where this gets dark. The people actually doing this messaging, spending hours daily building fake relationships, most aren't willing participants. They're trafficking victims trapped in your prison compounds. The scam factories, your trafficking-based workforce. You operate a building in Cambodia that looks like a luxury resort from outside. Palm trees, modern architecture, the kind of place in travel brochures. Inside, a prison where hundreds are held against their will, forced to run scams 16 hours daily under constant threat of torture and death. This is documented reality confirmed by the United Nations with escapee testimonies. Hundreds of people, mostly from China, Philippines, Vietnam, increasingly from countries worldwide, are trapped in your compounds right now. You lured them with fake job postings that seemed legitimate. Customer service representative needed for international company, $3,000 monthly salary, free housing and meals, English skills preferred. They show up excited for their new opportunity. The moment they arrive, you confiscate their passports. Doors lock. Armed guards inform them they now owe your organization $20,000 for travel and training costs and must work off this debt by extracting money from victims. You force them to work 16-hour days running scams on multiple victims simultaneously. Each person manages conversations with 30 to 40 potential victims at once using your scripts and templates. They have daily and weekly quotas measured in how much money they get victims to invest. If they don't meet quotas, you beat them with metal rods, shock them with cattle prods, force them to kneel on broken glass for hours until their knees are shredded. In documented cases, you've tortured workers to death as examples to keep others compliant and terrified. The UN estimates over 220,000 people are currently held in these scam compounds across Cambodia, Myanmar, Laos, and the Philippines. Not willing participants, victims themselves, forced to victimize others to survive. Many are college-educated people who thought they were taking legitimate remote positions. Here's how one of your operations got exposed. An Australian man named Evan thought he was going to a marketing interview in Dubai. Legitimate job posting, multiple video interviews, professional people, car, sent to pick him up from his hotel. But instead of driving to Dubai's business district, the car drove farther and farther from the city, out into the desert. After over an hour, Evan arrived at this massive compound in the middle of nowhere. Inside, warehouse-like space with rows of people at computer workstations, all simultaneously pretending to be beautiful Ukrainian women named Annie and Svetlana. Each person managed conversations with dozens of victims using multiple phones and computers, extensive photo libraries, pre-recorded videos, incredibly detailed fake backstories memorized. And here's the brilliant part. If victims asked for video calls to verify the person was real, you had actual models in another room who'd jump on camera for 30 seconds to wave before making an excuse. "Oh, my boss just walked in. I have to go." Everything designed to be believable at industrial scale. Evan realized quickly he was trapped in a massive criminal operation, but instead of panicking, he played along while secretly getting help. He managed to contact YouTube scam baiter Jim Browning. With Browning's help, Evan installed remote access software on facility computers, giving Browning complete access to see everything in real time. They documented everything: scripts, victim lists, training manuals, quota requirements, traced physical location, gathered evidence for international authorities. Eventually, the operation was raided and some freed. But here's the depressing reality. For every compound shut down, 3 more pop up within weeks. Why? Profit margins are insane. A single compound in Cambodia with 500 workers generates $50 million or more annually. One analysis estimated pig butchering operations generate revenue equivalent to half of Cambodia's entire GDP. Police are paid off. Government officials look the other way. Some politicians probably profit directly. Your industrial-scale factories run by Chinese organized crime syndicates with deep connections to corrupt officials across Southeast Asia. And the technology you're deploying now? So sophisticated that even tech-savvy people can't tell what's real. The AI evolution. Your technological arsenal. October 2024. Hong Kong police bust one of your major operations. Nothing unusual. Busts happen occasionally. Except this one revealed something that fundamentally changes everything. You were using live AI deepfakes during video calls with victims. Not pre-recorded deepfake videos made in advance. Live, real-time face transformation happening during active video calls. Here's how you deployed it. Victim gets suspicious after weeks or months. "I want to do a video call right now. I need to see that you're actually real." In the past, this would collapse the entire scam. You'd make excuses. Victim would eventually realize something's wrong, but not anymore. You immediately agree to the video call. You connect, and the victim sees exactly what they expect. The attractive person from all the photos, moving and talking and responding in real time. But here's what's actually happening. Your worker, usually completely different person who looks nothing like the photos, uses AI software transforming their face in real time to match profile pictures. Like those face swap filters on Instagram or TikTok, except so sophisticated and realistic that even during live conversation, victims literally cannot tell it's fake. The victim sees them moving their head around, speaking, responding to questions in real time, laughing at jokes, making natural facial expressions. Everything looks and feels completely real because your AI processes and transforms every frame of video in real time with almost no delay. That Hong Kong operation, you stole $46 million before getting caught. That's one operation in one city. How many others are you running right now that law enforcement doesn't know about? And it's not just deepfake video. You're using AI to supercharge literally every aspect. Voice cloning technology takes just seconds of someone's voice from social media and creates perfect clone. Victim could be on video call, hearing the exact voice of the person whose identity you stole, speaking naturally with perfect emotional inflection. Your worker could be a 50-year-old man in Cambodia, but they're hearing a 25-year-old woman's voice cloned from TikTok videos. ChatGPT and similar AI language models help your workers who barely speak English write perfectly crafted, emotionally manipulative messages. They type in Chinese or Vietnamese. AI translates to flawless English with appropriate emotional nuance, and victims receive messages that seem thoughtful and genuine. You're creating fake trading apps and investment platforms that look identical to legitimate platforms like Coinbase or Binance, complete with real-time price charts pulling actual market data, fake transaction histories, fake customer support, fake everything. The only difference is when they try to withdraw, money doesn't actually go anywhere. Between mid-2024 and mid-2025, reports of AI-enabled scams jumped 456%. Not gradual increase, hockey stick growth curve showing you're weaponizing these technologies faster than security experts can develop countermeasures. This isn't future threat. This is your current operational reality, deployed against people who think they're too smart to fall for scams. The fattening How you build unbreakable trust. Your target has been talking to your worker for weeks now, maybe months, and it's wonderful. They ask about their day and actually listen. Remember, they had that important meeting and follow up next day. Remember their mom's birthday. Send good morning and good night messages. Share struggles and victories. It feels genuine. This is your fattening phase. The psychology is sophisticated enough to be fascinating if it wasn't destroying lives. You deploy what psychologists call love bombing, flooding them with attention, affection, validation at almost overwhelming levels. For someone lonely, going through divorce, or craving genuine connection, it's absolutely intoxicating. One victim described it perfectly. He asked me about my life and actually listened to the answers. He remembered details from weeks earlier. The bar is so low that this basic attention felt special. But you're also deploying mirroring. If they mention loving hiking, suddenly your persona loves hiking too and shares photos from recent hike, stock photos, or AI-generated images. They're into photography? What a coincidence. Your persona just bought a new camera. You're building false compatibility that makes them feel like they've met their soulmate. And then, casually, organically, money comes up. I had such a great day today. Made $5,000 on a crypto trade this morning and thinking of celebrating. Do you ever invest? Not pushy, not salesy, just sharing life. They ask questions. Your worker explains simply. Shows the platform, provides tutorial. And here's your genius. You let them win at first. They invest $500. Within days, your fake platform shows $750, a 50% return in a week. They try withdrawing $250 to test, and you actually send it. Money hits their account in 24 hours. This is your loss leader. You're spending $250 to hook them for hundreds of thousands later, so they invest more. $2,000, then $5,000, then $20,000. Your fake platform shows the balance growing, 20%, 30%, sometimes 50% returns. But it's all fake. Every number on that screen you control completely. Those profits? Just database numbers your workers change at will. The money they withdrew? Bait for massive payout later. One software developer in Santa Monica invested $340,000 of retirement savings with you. A bank CEO in Kansas wire transferred $47 million. An Illinois widow lost nearly $1 million. None of them thought they were being scammed. They thought they were investing with someone they loved. The slaughter. How you extract every last dollar. They've been investing for months. Your fake platform shows $100,000. Original investments plus massive fake profits. Life-changing money. Time for them to cash out. They click withdraw all funds. Error. Please deposit $10,000 to complete verification process. These funds will be returned with your withdrawal. They're confused. Already verified identity. Why pay to verify who they are? They message your worker. I'm trying to withdraw, but it's asking for $10,000 verification. What's going on? Your worker responds within minutes, sounding confused and concerned. That's strange. Let me reach out to my account manager. 15 minutes later. My manager explained it. New anti-money laundering requirement from last month. Annoying, but required by international banking regulations. I had to do the same withdrawing $250,000 last month. Sounds plausible. They scrape together $10,000 and deposit to your account. Error. Additional compliance fee required. $15,000. Your withdrawal has been flagged for enhanced review. Fee must be paid to expedite review process. Refundable within 7 business days. Their stomach drops. They're panicking, but they've already invested $10,000 in fees and they have $100,000 showing in the account. Can't lose everything now, so they take cash advance on credit card, borrow from family, deposit the $15,000 to you. Error. Account frozen due to suspicious activity. Pay $25,000 security deposit to unfreeze. Warning. Failure to pay within 72 hours results in permanent account closure and forfeiture of all funds. This is your slaughter phase. You're extracting every last accessible dollar before vanishing. Some take second mortgages, borrow tens of thousands from family without explaining why, max out every credit card, liquidate 401ks, all desperate to get their original investment back. Then one day, after they've paid everything and there's no more money to access, your fake platform goes offline. Website doesn't load. Your worker stops responding. WhatsApp shows last seen from 3 days ago, never updates. Phone numbers disconnected. Instagram deleted. They've lost everything. And here's your extra cruelty. Many get targeted again by your recovery scams within weeks. They receive email from someone claiming to be lawyer who specializes in recovering crypto scam funds, helped other victims, and can help them too for $5,000 upfront for legal costs. Desperate victims pay this fee only to discover months later it's you running a second con on the same person, like mugging someone, then charging them to help find their stolen wallet. call it. Why they never see it coming. Your defensive perfection. FBI and cybersecurity experts have identified red flags that should trigger scam detection. But here's why your operation still succeeds despite widespread awareness. Red flag 1. You contact them first, but keep talking after they correct your mistake. Your defense. Your scripts are so natural and friendly that continuing the conversation feels completely normal. Real people do sometimes strike up friendships from wrong numbers. It's rare but happens. You exploit that social ambiguity. Red flag 2. You move conversation to WhatsApp or Telegram quickly. Your defense. You have legitimate sounding reasons. I barely check this dating app anymore. Let's switch to WhatsApp where I actually see messages. Or I'm traveling internationally next week and WhatsApp works better for international messaging. All completely plausible. Red flag 3. Too perfect. Your defense. You calibrate perfection carefully. Not supermodel, just attractive enough. Not billionaire, just successful professional. You include minor flaws and vulnerabilities that make your persona feel real. They mention struggling with work stress, share minor insecurities, make small mistakes in conversation, all designed to feel authentic. Red flag 4. Can't meet in person. Your defense. Your excuses are always legitimate sounding and temporary. I'm finishing up this project in Singapore for 3 more weeks, then I'm relocating to your city and we'll definitely meet. Or I'm caring for my sick mother across the country right now, but once she's stable, I'll visit. The timeline keeps extending, but each extension has a believable reason. Red flag 5. Bringing up cryptocurrency or investments. Your defense. You never bring it up directly at first. They ask what you do for work and you casually mention you work in finance or tech. They see you're successful and ask how you made your money. You deflect at first. Oh, just boring investments. I don't want to bore you with that stuff. They press because humans are curious about money. You reluctantly share, making it seem like they're pulling the information from you rather than you pushing it on them. Red flag 6. Unfamiliar investment platform. Your defense. Your fake platforms are meticulously designed clones of legitimate ones. You register domains, one letter off from real platforms. You pull real-time market data so price charts match actual crypto movements. You have fake customer support that responds to inquiries. You have fake user reviews posted across multiple sites. Unless they're incredibly careful and technically savvy, they won't spot the differences. Red flag 7. Can withdraw small amounts but not large ones. Your defense. The small withdrawal that works is your loss leader. You're literally paying them to trust the system. It's the most effective psychological trick in your entire operation. Once they've successfully withdrawn money, their guard drops completely. They think, I tested it and it worked, so it must be legitimate. Red flag 8. Asking them to pay fees to access their money. Your explanations sound completely legitimate if they don't understand how crypto platforms actually work. Anti-money laundering compliance requirements, international banking regulations, tax withholding for large withdrawals. All of this sounds plausible to someone who's never dealt with large crypto transactions before. And your worker, the person they've fallen in love with, went through the same thing withdrawing their own funds. Why would this person they trust lie to them? The reality is that each individual red flag has a plausible explanation you've carefully crafted. It's only when someone steps back and looks at all the red flags together that the pattern becomes obvious. But by the time they're deep in the fattening phase, they're emotionally invested and their critical thinking is compromised. Your operation succeeds because you're not targeting stupid people. You're deploying sophisticated psychological manipulation against normal people who are lonely, trusting, or just unlucky enough to be vulnerable at the moment you made contact. The machine you've built. So that's your pig butchering operation, a $12.4 billion industry in 2024 built on human trafficking, industrial scale psychological manipulation, and cryptocurrency systems that make money nearly impossible to trace. You're evolving faster than law enforcement can keep up. AI deepfakes working in real time on video calls, voice cloning making your fake personas sound real, trading platforms so well designed that financial professionals can't tell they're fake, psychological manipulation refined through millions of successful operations. Your infrastructure spans multiple countries. Your trafficking compounds hold over 220,000 workers forced to execute your scams. Your technology stack includes cutting-edge AI that didn't even exist 2 years ago. Your profit margins are so massive that even when operations get busted, you simply rebuild elsewhere within weeks. You've industrialized romance, weaponized loneliness, automated betrayal at scale. A single victim losing $300,000 is a rounding error in your operation. You're extracting billions annually from hundreds of thousands of victims across every country with internet access. Bank CEOs wire you $47 million. Software developers give you their entire retirement savings. Widows hand over life insurance payouts. And the beautiful part from your perspective, most never report it. Shame keeps them silent. Embarrassment prevents them from warning others. By the time they realize what happened, you're gone. The money's laundered through multiple countries, and law enforcement has almost no ability to recover it. You've built the perfect crime at industrial scale, and every day, your operation gets more sophisticated, more automated, more profitable. incredible. That's pig butchering from the inside. The $12.4 billion machine powered by trafficking victims, psychological warfare, and technology that makes reality itself negotiable. If someone you've never met in person asks you to invest money in cryptocurrency, trading platforms, or any investment opportunity, you're looking at this exact operation. No exceptions. No, but they seem genuine. It's this machine, and it will take everything you have. The only defense is knowing this system exists and refusing to engage no matter how real it feels. Because the people running these operations, the ones who built this machine, they're professionals doing this 16 hours a day with billions in resources and cutting-edge technology. You're just someone living normal life who happened to be selected as a target. The deck is stacked. The house always wins. The pig always gets slaughtered. Unless you recognize the pattern and walk away before the fattening phase even begins. And if you want to understand how operations like this launder the billions they steal through complex financial systems, I've got a video breaking down every money laundering tactic. Link in the description. Thanks for watching. And remember, in the pig butchering game, the only winning move is not to play.